What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Johnson Family Creations. Sorry, not doing all the theatrics and everything today. More of a somber, kind of serious video. So I went on my Facebook Live. I don't have a bunch of platforms. I got Facebook and I have YouTube. I'm definitely not clout chasing. I want to get that out there first. This is not about getting likes or views. This is more about spreading the message, starting a dialect, having a conversation, trying to do something to change. But like I said, I went on my Facebook Live and I gave my opinion on the situation, what I thought, and I just was honest about it, and I wanted to share it with you guys too, so we can get on this conversation. So it's kind of just like I said, my spiel, sort of how I feel about it as a black man. I feel like I need, it's my responsibility to talk about it, and I wish other people would talk about it. So leave a comment if you watch this and you feel some kind of way, white, black, Asian, I don't care, race, nationality, gender. If you have an opinion, if you have something to say, please leave a comment and I will respond and we will have a conversation, because it's the only way we're going to spark change is by talking about it. We keep putting it to the side because it's uncomfortable, and you'll hear me say that in the video. It's never going to change if we don't talk about it and stop running away from it. So with that said, there is some bad language. So for all my adult friends and all the kids who normally watch, for my kids, if you're watching, if your kids are watching, there's some adult language, some foul language, so you may want to kind of censor those guys away from it. If not, like I said, it's just my honest opinion on things that are going on, and I hope you guys see the point, and I hope you guys hear it, understand it, and if you don't, feel free, definitely comment, and let's make a change, man, because it's time to stop it. All right, listen. So I've never done Facebook Live. I'm not really sure how this thing works or anything, but this whole George Floyd situation, I feel like I need to talk about it. I'm not super social activist. I'm not screaming Black Lives Matter, and anybody that knows me knows I'm really kind of reserved and I kind of keep to myself. But I feel like I need to speak on this thing. Like, even if it makes you uncomfortable, good. You should be uncomfortable. We need, as a society, to have an uncomfortable conversation. Like, why? Why is the question, and not why did this happen, but why are we seen as black people this way? Why are we seen this way? Why does it lead to this? Like, I heard a statement from, I don't know what it was, I read it earlier, the Union police chief or something in Minnesota comes out and says, well, George Floyd had a history of violent crimes. So what does that got to do with anything? What does that have to do with the fact that the man is on the ground in handcuffs, detained? At that point, it's done. You don't need to have your neck or your knee in his neck. I just don't understand it. And like I said, I'm kind of ranting, but I've been reading comments and my friends on Facebook, people who don't understand. We need to have the conversation of why. Why are we seen this way? Why, as black people, are we seen this way? I mean, why can I drive a $70,000 car and a white guy drive a $70,000 car, and I'm more likely to be pulled over than him? And like I said, it's uncomfortable to talk about, but good. It should be uncomfortable because the conversation has to happen. In order for change to be sparked, we need to have the uncomfortable conversation. And I don't understand it. Like I said, I'm sad. I'm scared for my kids. And I have mixed kids. I'm married to a white woman. And I'm okay with that, but I'm proud to be a black man, but I fear for my kids. It seems like the numbers, it's more likely that I'm more likely to see one of my family members killed at the hands of a police officer than I am to see him graduate college. I don't know the numbers, but it seems like that's what it is. Like, somebody's going to die at the hands of the cops, and I don't understand it. So for everyone who doesn't, let's have the conversation. Let's start it. Why do you see us this way? Why? Well, I mean, why? We don't all sell drugs. We don't all do the things that we're stereotyped to do. Like, some of us work hard. Some of us do, but there's bad seeds in every race, every family, everything. I don't get it. I don't understand why, because of the way I dress, I'm automatically assumed to be up to no good. Because I don't wear a business suit, or because I wear a hoodie and sweats, I'm no good, or I just don't get it. And like I said, the conversation needs to be had. I didn't want to do Facebook Live, but it's bothering me, the whole situation. And then the reaction to it from our leaders, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous. People justifying it or saying, oh, blue lives matter. And I do believe all lives matter, but that's not the time for that right now. It's Black Lives Matter, because we are the ones. We don't have the conversation enough. We just kind of sweep it under the rug and wait for everything to die down, and then it happens again. And then we're right back where we started, instead of having the conversation, instead of making change, instead of, like I said, it's uncomfortable, and it should be, because it's uncomfortable for us as black people. I'm worried every time I get pulled over I'm worried when I leave the house. I'm worried that people watching me. Like I get in an elevator with a white woman, and like I said, it's an uncomfortable conversation, and she clutches her purse. Or I hop out of my car next to a lady with a nice car, and she makes it a point to hit the alarm 7 or 8 times so I know it's locked. Like, why? Why do you think that about us? Why is that? I don't know. I don't even know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why that is assumed that we are all bad, or we're all violent, or we're all savages. And they're bad people. I mean, that's everywhere. But it seems like we are treated worse. I don't understand it. I don't. If somebody could give me an answer, please. Like I said, let's have the conversation. That is how we're going to spark change, is by having the conversation. And then you guys wonder why we burn shit, we break shit. We do that because when we peacefully protest, like I said, it gets swept under the rug until the next time it happens, or it goes unheard. It's not until we start breaking shit and destroying shit that you see us on CNN, or you see us on Fox News, and you see us with things like that. That's when people take notice. When we start fucking shit up, people start taking notice. So it shouldn't have to get to that. We should be better than that as a society in 2020, I feel like. And we shouldn't be scared. We should be able to have that conversation. And like I said, my white friends who don't understand, or who are asking me, what can I do? What should I do? Start by asking yourself, what would you do if it was your brother? What would you do if every time your son left the house you had to worry that if he got pulled over he was going to die? I mean, ask yourself that question. Don't ask me. What would you do if you were in our circumstances? Because it's bad. I mean, it's bad. We're dying at the hands of people that are paid to protect us. That makes no sense. I mean, and like I said, the statements I hear, oh, well, he had a violent history. What does that have to do with the fact that that man got killed in handcuffs, face down? That it's apples and oranges. I don't care. He paid his debt to society, whether he was a criminal or not. That's not the question. The question is, why do you keep your knee in his neck for nearly 9 minutes when the man is pleading for you to breathe? What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, he had a history of... Come on, what does that got to do with anything? Or we need to shoot the protesters. Like, why? Because we decided we're going to stand up. Yeah, maybe I don't agree with it. I don't think we should break everything and destroy businesses, but we want to be heard. We want to be heard, and peacefully holding signs and all that. We aren't getting hurt, because if we were, there would be change. We wouldn't still be dying. And there's so many more that just don't get videotaped. People just, come on, man, come on. It's like, enough is enough. Like, when are we going to have a conversation? When are we going to talk about it? I don't care how uncomfortable it makes you. Like I said, I got white friends. I'm willing to talk about why you think that way about us. Why do you think that? Why are we stereotyped that way? We're thugs, or we're savages. Because what? Because who told you that? Society? The cops automatically assume it. Like, I'm sorry, it's the truth. Your experience with the police in a traffic stop is not the same as mine. It isn't. They're more hostile. They're more on edge. They're more, I don't know, guarded. It's just the way it is, and I don't understand why. Why? So if somebody can explain it to me, please tell me. But like I said, let's have the conversation, man. Like, we all got kids. It's 2020. How are we still talking about this? We should be talking about different things, man. The COVID and things like that. We're talking about police brutality. They killed somebody on camera, on the street, unarmed, in handcuffs. I mean, face down. How does that man die? He's alive and moving when we first see him on the camera, and at the end, he's unresponsive and dead. And y'all are talking about his history as a criminal? So what? So what? One thing has nothing to do with the other. Even if the cops knew that, he's detained at that point. Put him in the back of the car. Do something else. I mean, you can't put your knee in his neck. You can't keep doing it. You can't choke out a dude on the street in New York. You can't shoot a dude with a hood on because he's black and he's got a hoodie. Or a kid is jogging and you think he goes into a house. So you guys basically pull a lynching. It's basically what you do. I mean, why? It's not why are these things happening. The question is, why are we seen this way? Somebody explain this. Why are we seen this way? Why do you, I mean, one of my white friends, I don't care. Somebody tell me, is it taught? Is it learned? I mean, is it the way we look, the way we move? I don't understand it, but the conversation needs to be had. I mean, we can't keep going on like this, man. I got kids. I don't want my kids to grow up like this. I don't want my kids to have sweaty palms and break out every time they get pulled over, because that's what it's like for me. That's what it's, I'm not sure how everyone else is that's black, but for when I get pulled over, it's nerve-wracking. It is terrible. I got to be on my P's and Q's. I got to make sure my hands are on the steering wheel. I can't make any sudden movements. I got to say yes, sir, no, sir. You know what I mean? Like, Why? Why? Why can't I just talk to you like I know it's not the same? I've been in the car for a white person being pulled over and it's not the same experience and I don't understand why. And I don't understand why we are so soft as a society as to not address it. Why? Because we want to be politically correct or we're afraid we're going to hurt feelings. Hurt my feelings, like I said, is when I get in an elevator and I gotta worry about a lady grabbing her purse, or I get out of a car that's nicer than the white lady next to me, and she again makes it a point to hit the alarm to make sure I know the car's like, I don't want that car. I don't want your car. I go to work just like you. I punch a clock just like you. All of us do. Well, not all of us, but most of us do. And there are white people who don't too. But I don't understand why they aren't seen that way. But if I get a neck tattoo or a teardrop, I'm a gangster. But if a white person gets one, what? They're paying homage? I don't understand it. Like, I don't understand why there's such a blurred line in 2020. It's not 1930, 1940. I get that. The times have changed, but they haven't changed enough. They haven't changed enough. Like I said, I got 4 beautiful mixed kids, and they look brown, and I'm worried. I am worried when they get pulled over. What's going to happen? If they don't say the right thing, what's going to happen? If they get assumed for resisting, what's going to happen? Or if they get in trouble in their past and they're doing better, but the cops know they got in trouble in their past, what's happening? They're going to die? They're going to be arrested? I mean, they're going to get beat? What? I mean, what? So, like I said, I don't do Facebook Live to be my first and hopefully my last, but I felt like it's been bothering me, and I'm not super social here. My kids, guys are in the building. But I don't know. You guys let me know, man. Like, something we can do different. I don't feel like we should have to change and conform to society. It's 2020. We should all be able to live peacefully amongst each other. If I don't like you, okay, I don't like you. Keep it moving. Now you think I'm suspicious? Okay, you don't gotta approach me, but I mean, this is ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. And then the justification of it is really, really pissing me off. Like that's what's bothering me the most. The shit that I'm hearing from the president and from leaders, like. The dude died on camera in handcuffs. Enough said. How the hell is that murder in the third degree? Third degree. Like, what do you mean? So I can go out and choke the shit out of somebody in restraints and I'm going to get third degree, right? That's what you're saying. No, it's not what you're saying. I'm going to be first degree. My ass going to be locked up for life. And that's the issue. Like, why? Why? Why is that okay? Why is it that way? So, I don't know, man. Y'all let me know. Like I said, I'm just saying my piece. It's bothering me. I keep reading all these stories. And by the way, to the NFL could go fuck itself. NFL, Kaepernick told y'all this shit was going on a long time ago. Excuse my language for all the kids, but fuck the NFL, man. Kaepernick still can't get a job. Don't say nothing to me until you guys apologize for blackballing that man for what? For standing up for where we're all standing up. You're going to release a dumbass statement. Oh, it's got to change. Where was y'all at in 2016, 17 when that man was kneeling, telling y'all that shit? Where was y'all then? Oh, it's bad for business. You got to stay in the locker room. You can't protest. Trump is on TV screaming, anybody should be fired. Fuck that, man. No. Don't try to miss me with that bullshit. That, oh, things have got to change. No, NFL. Things should have changed a long time ago. You should have stood behind that man when he told y'all what was going on, when he was taking knees, and if the league was doing it. And it wasn't about the flag. It was about injustice. It's about exactly where we are right now. And if we don't fix it, it's where we're going to be again in 6 months when the next cop gets caught on camera killing somebody. I mean, it's crazy. So I don't know what else to say. Like I said, I don't even really want to do this, but all the protests, like I don't want to see businesses burnt and all that, but I understand it. I do. I mean, like I said, I don't want to see it. I feel bad for those corporations, but I get it. I mean, we have to get it. As black people, we got to get it. You know what I mean? We don't get heard when we picket peacefully, so let's burn some shit down. See if they hear us then. Let's fuck some shit up. See if we can get some change. Y'all want to change it? Y'all want us to stop? Change the system, man. Because we're tired. Like, we're going burn. That's what's going to happen when y'all do that shit and then act like it's okay. Third degree murder and manslaughter? That's it? That's it? That man used a $20 counterfeit bill. He dead. Let that sink in. A $20 counterfeit bill. That man is in the ground over that. How crazy is that? I mean, that's crazy. And it wasn't like he robbed the store. He gave him a counterfeit bill. Whether he did it or he didn't do it. Okay, you approach him, handle the situation. How y'all handled it was wrong. And how it continues to be handled is wrong. It's dead ass wrong. And we need to talk about it. And we need to understand it so we can move forward. Stop moving backwards. We need to move forward. Backwards is not the way. And this shit has got to stop. So I appreciate y'all watching. If you watch it, if you didn't, I don't care. Like I said, I just need to clear my mind, clear my head, say my piece, and hopefully things change. Hopefully you're not afraid to say some shit to your white friends, because I'm not. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of this happening to black people. I'm tired of being made to feel like I'm inferior, or I'm because I look different, that I'm up to no good. Why? Why? You know what I mean? That's the question is, why do you feel that way? It's not why is it happening. It's why do people feel this way? Because if we get that out there, why you feel that way, then we can start to understand. Then maybe change will happen. But until we understand why, it's just going to continue. It's just going to keep continuing. And I don't want that. I don't want that for white people, black people, brown people, Asian people, none of that. I mean, it's America, man. It's supposed to be home of the brave, land of the free. But we dying at the cops' hands continuously. And like I said, if we don't have the conversation, we'll see you guys again in 6 months. The next time they beat the shit out of one of us or kill one of us on the street for no reason. And then if you want to see how bad it's going to be, let this dude get off. You think we burning shit now? Let this dude beat the charge. Why do you think it's bad now? It's not going to be good. So hopefully people in power do the right things, because we can't. You know, it's got to come from the higher ups. All we can do is express our voice, say our piece, and that's it. I mean, that's really all we can do. Have the conversation. Have the conversation. If you with some white people right now and you black, look at them and say, why? Even if they don't, they do. They may not think they do it, they do it. And I don't understand why. Is it something that you were taught? Is it something that I do weird, or something I do wrong, or what? I mean, have the conversation, because I will. I'll ask my mother-in-law. I ask my wife. You know what I mean? And they're from the city. And they're still the same way. Just because you're from the city and you hang around a bunch of black people, don't mean you don't do it. It doesn't. We're all guilty of it. We do it too. Just we don't do it to that extent, and we don't kill motherfuckers for it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Hope you guys get through, have a conversation with people, man. Let's start the conversation is the big thing. Why? Why? Not what can we do. Why? We can't do anything until we know why it's the way it is. Why? Let's have that conversation, man.